Hello and welcome all of you beautiful souls. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you all here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up. We are going to do a light language activation right now to break the chains of any kind of psychic attacks, any kind of devices, curses, hexes, or spells that have been placed upon you, any ill will that has been thought towards you in this lifetime and or other lifetimes, and any cords, any attachments, anything that is of a lower vibration that's in your energy field, we are going to release them now using this light language. So I'm so happy that you are here. If you want to just sit back and relax for a moment while I begin to cleanse, clear, neutralize your energy fields, be using light language and energy work. Alakuya yati is in the mind, Tirakulai, Alakuya is in the mind, Tirukulama day, Nalama, Patu is in the mind, Tirukulai, Patu is in the mind, Tirakulai, Atuatri is in the mind, Tirakulai, Olakinama day, Kilabaya, Palakunima, yati is in the mind, Tirakulai, Yerakinama day. Kala Yurakinama ade, Sitapalay at the Elakudia, but your Rishinama ade, Sinamadai, Elakonama ade. We're going to begin to release any and all of those things out of your crown now. Galakwa, the is at the Patara Kalai, at the is in the Mayora Kanama ade, Kiraboya, but your is in the Manchuraka, Urakanama ade, then I made a botu as at the Bala Urakanama ade, I said the Bede Ekola Girokinama ade, I said the below to is in the Mantela the is in the Mantela Koyati is in Nai, Kilabaya, Elakinama ade, Jinamala, Elakinama ade, release now like a the is in the Malakia, the is in the mantra kalai yodekinamo di kiraboya pacho ashenamai kinamaya pacho asenamantelagi alakinamo ade sitapelai ti is in the makuloi at the is in the mantra kinama de sitapelai yari yarakinamo on the sitapelai ulakanamo on the sitapelai with the is in the makuloi elakinamo on the sitapelai or the is in the mantra kulamo bujo is in the mantra kalai elakinamo de kiramaya pacho asen the mantra ko at the is in the mantra kolai ola yelakinamo ade Alekuin the Mayosh in the Mai, that a baby at Jesh and the Mantida Croy, Erokinamo, the Sitabelay, or a Corebo, Druis in the Moy, Urikarama, and the S at the day, Alakola, Yalakinamo, the Sitabelay, at the East in the Mantida Colai, Alakinamo day. Alaki at the East in the Mai, that a bay at the East at the Pacoloica, at the East in the Mantida Calai, Urakinamo, and the Sitabelay, the East in the Antrakalai, Urakinamo, the Sitabelay, Ayarakinamo, day, Kerama, Vajas in the Mantida, Yarakinamo, the Sitabelay, Alakinamo, day. Kilamaya baja as in the mantida elaquala yelakinamo day. Layati is in the mantida kinamon de sitabaday, that about a yelakunamo day, sitabulo, tuish in the montarocola here, kinamo de sitabalay, then am I elakinamo day. Just clearing out your channels. Left and right brain. The day elokanamai, put your eyes on the mont, like the elakinamo day, just balancing the left and the right brain. Alaquia di es in the Montella here like in a mon de Sitabelay, Alakia, like in a Maya, but you es in the Moya, but like Yelakina Moya, but you is in a Layelakina Mo a day, then a Malakina Mo a day, Sitabelay, Urakina Mo a day, Sitabelay, Kilabaya, but you es in the Maya, Erakina Mo a day, Sitabelay, with the is in the Montella Colai, Ulakina Mo do Sitabelay, Kilabaya, but you is in the Maya, Tida Alaya, Rakina Mo a day, Sitabelay, Alai, Alakina Mo a day, Sitalai, Alakina Mo a day, just releasing out of the back of the pineal gland. And the front. We're going to begin to cleanse that now. Lay what you ash in the mind here, acquire the is in the mind, Tidaka, lie, will like in the all day. Then a man put your ass in the mind, Tilaquia, the is in the mind, Tilaconama all day. Sit the below, 2 years in the mind, Galakin the moy, at the is in the moy, Locanamo all day. Get a babala, Yalakinamo all day, sit the be night, get a moy, put your is in the mind, like Yalaquala, quiet, is in the mind, Tilaconama all day, sit the below, put your is in the mind, get a moy, put your is in the mind, Tilaquia, the is in the mind, Tilaquia, the Yalakinamo all day. Just cleansing it out of your pineal gland, any and all holds, any and all karmas, any and all attachments, any and all curses, hexes, spells, anything that's none of your highest good is being released now. Any psychic attacks, anything that is of a lower vibration that's holding on to your beautiful pineal gland, holding on to your beautiful mind, just being released now, transmuting all of it back into light. Just allowing the sacred energy pour down into your crown. And down into your pineal gland now. Alekwo di esinamai, alakia lakiarama ade, sitapelai, the esinamai. Then I'm gonna put 3 esinama, tedekalaya, tukinama ade, esinamalay, or lay lakinama, the esina, yelakunama ade. I'm just drawing the figure 8 over your eye, just balancing your energies back hela koyati isinema churokira hira kinamo ade sitibele. Then I play ela kinamo ade. I'm just gonna call in some healing codes for your pineal gland now. Gela ola kinamo put you isinema chura ela yada kinamo ade. Kinamo put you isinema tira hira kinamo ade sitamale ela kinamo ade. Just gonna bring in healing codes for your beautiful pineal glands. Layogia Shinama Chalakuya, the Ursada Patuara Kinamo, the Sitabelai, Agia Shinama Churokalai, Elakinamo, the Sitabelai, Kelabaya is in the Mantelaku, the is in the Mantirukuloi, Elokinamo, the Sitabelai, Elakinamo, the Kinamaya, but your Ice in the Mantilakilai, Elakinamo, the Sitabelai, put your Ushinama, Churokaloi, Elakinamo, the Sitabelai, at the Isinai, Elaquia, the Esinamai. Then I'm gonna put the elekinamo on the sitibele elekinamo on the. They're just showing me like the times when people wore the top hats. Looks like Abraham Lincoln times is what I'm getting. And there's like some of you like had lifetimes during this time where it's like you were like going through a really hard time, and like some of you were killed like on the streets. Like I'm specifically getting like robbed and or like stabbed, stuff like that. I don't know, it's just really, really intense to see some of this being cleared. So just let your pineal gland just release all of that, just giving your soul like the love and the compassion that it needs, like, and not that the soul needs, but like that part of you, that consciousness, that part of like your soul, like you, what you've experienced in these other lifetimes, and you know, all throughout your existence, from the time you were created, all of the pain, all of the suffering, everything that you've gone through, everything that you've been through. It's like, just give yourself that love and compassion, knowing that in this lifetime, like, we're clearing so much stuff out of our psyche, out of our mind, out of our, you know, everything. So just with grace and ease, just let that energy flow out and pass out of your pineal gland. All karmic debts have been paid, like just in your mind, just, you know, state, you know, all karmic debts have been paid, we're done, all cleared, cleansed, neutralized, like however you want to do it. Like, you're the one that's in control of everything in your life, everything in your reality, everything in your existence. Dalakoya era kinama ade sitipalai, put your S in the mai, kinamaya, put your S in the mai, churukunai, alakinima ade sitipalai, nenama kuloi karai erokinama ade sitipalai, urakanama ade sitipalai, ulakinama ade. Just have a download coming in to the straight top of my head, which is coming straight from the source. Hello, you the is in the Matirikano, Yarukinamo, the Sitapalai, what you in the Matirai, Olakanama de, Sitapalo, Kolakanama de, Sitapalo, but there is in the Matiricula, Olakanama de, Sitapalo, Kure, Erekanama de, Sitapalai, Olakanama de. Just, I'm hearing like blessing the collective souls. Aloku, the is in the Nanamai, Walakai, Alokanamai, at the is in the man, Delakanama de. Just seeing this very beautiful vision now of, like all of our souls, like the soul body, the light body is just like expanding upward. And the way that I see the archangels is like they're flying, they're like in a circle above me, and they're in layers. You know, my soul, like there's so many of them just in layers and layers and layers as they go all the way up to the source, God, Elohim. And what I'm seeing with us as a collective consciousness is like our soul families, our soul groups. I just see a huge group of us. It could be all of us from the entire world. I don't know, but it's just a huge group of light bodies that are like almost like extending upward when we go. Like our consciousness is just going up and further, having the oneness with the source, having the oneness with the archangels, having the oneness with all that we are and all that we were originally. You know, it's like the body, this is different than our original soul version of ourselves. We're gonna begin to release these, what looks to me like these spears out of your heart. Seeing like these long spears in people's hearts right now. Alakuya monea pati isinamai alokinamo ade. Alakuya the isinai. Kirabaya patu isinamai alakinamo ade. All the broken hearts, all of the times you felt pain and suffering in your heart, just gonna bring in some beautiful light energy to transmute all of that darkness, all of that energy that's maybe keeping you stuck in your life. Any energies that are keeping you stuck from like family stuff. Always finding, forgiveness as quick as you can. When we hold unforgiveness in our energy and in our hearts and in our minds, even the smallest speck of like unforgiveness sometimes can weigh you down. So it's like good if you can just, forgive and move forward. And I know that's not as easy as we want it to be, but if we can come to some sort of a peace with whatever wrongdoing has been done to us, find forgiveness within ourselves, and then move forward instead of holding on to it, because that affects the auric field, that affects your energy. It creates headspace, or clogs up headspace. When you're thinking about the wrong that's been done to you, it's like everybody's had wrong done to everybody on this planet. Nobody here has lived this perfect life, where another human has never hurt them or harmed them, or no trauma has ever been done to somebody else. We've all had it. No matter who you are on this planet, we've all dealt with some sort of pain and suffering. And it's like, okay, I had to deal with that. Okay, I had to go through that. All right, I had to go through that. And at some point you just have to process it and know, all right, that happened to me. Okay, great. I'm not going to harbor this any longer, because it's literally causing me to be sick and not feel good. We want to feel good. We want to live our life where we feel happy, and we release the burdens of our past and the burdens of what people have done to us. We've hurt people too. None of us are saints where we've walked through this world where we haven't hurt anybody. Each and every one of us have hurt somebody at some point in some place. So I'm just bringing in light into that beautiful heart of yours, and then we're going to flow down into the solar plexus. Some of you, maybe one of you, I don't know, it's very specific, but you have like a chain, a very big thick chain, like a thick chain around your solar plexus right now. And it's kind of interesting because your solar plexus is right below, I guess for women it would be your breast, but right there where your stomach is. And they're showing me like how there's it's almost like you have put like boards up. I'm seeing specifically like a board, a wooded casket in your solar plexus, and then you've got chains all around it. Take it how it resonates. It's just what I'm seeing, but it's like it's making me think, and please take it however it resonates for you, but it's making me think that like some of you, one of you specifically, or some of you have like shoved your, this is gonna sound bad, I'm so sorry, but it sounds like it's like you've shoved like the consciousness of like your inner child into this box, and like you won't let that being out, like you won't let that part of you feel or express itself or play or whatever it is. So maybe some of you need to like really get back in touch with with that childlike wonder. You don't have to get into like your 7-year-old like mindset, but like having that wonder and awe about the world and about the universe, getting excited again about what is here and what is coming, and letting it and allowing yourself to play a little bit more, sitting outside, looking at the trees, the birds, like how you were when you were a kid and everything was kind of like new and you felt wonder and awe and things were exciting, and try to drum up that energy in you again. I'm gonna just work on these chains and just bring that part of you up and out. Then I'm gonna put your asanama, the asanama, then I'm kinamo ade, situpere oyere kinamo ade, then I'm alakiero kinamo ade, situpele. Nalaboya Giashinamai Lakinamo de Sitipoloi, Darabaya alakinamo ade, sutubrai olakinamoi, naramai putu isinamai alakunama ade. And just letting yourself like feel into that part of you. Let that energy come out and be more exploratory, towards the world, towards the earth. I had a beautiful client who her inner child was like not screaming at me, but it was like wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, and we started talking about inner children, and she's like, I don't like children. I was like, I get it, but like, it's not about children, it's about you, and like that aspect of you, and like just getting and allowing that part of you to be seen. When we were children, many of us shoved it down or didn't connect to it, or like had to grow up super fast, had to mentally grow up and like mature super fast, maybe because of our family dynamic, maybe because of trauma, whatever it was. Like our childlike wonder was suppressed. That is what's trying to come up. And so we want to find our innocence again, find that little awe and wonder. And that's the beautiful part about healing, is like when I regained my innocence and my innocent ways, and like that innocent mindset of everything being like seeing everything through like the lens of source, where I see everything as like love, and everything is okay, even the bad stuff is like there's a purpose for it, there's a reason for it. Seeing life through the eyes of source, instead of seeing everything through the eyes of the human, because the human is very negative. In my opinion, like the mindset of like a human is like, we need to fix everything, and we need to like our ego runs the show. So it's like constantly trying to find problems, trying to fix problems, trying to do this, trying to do that. Where it's like when you're with the source energy and you're just like embodying that sacred energy, you're observing, and you're observing, you're creating, you're observing, you're creating. You're observing the chaos, if you even come across it, and then you are just over here like in the now moment creating your life. You no longer allow whatever's going on over here to affect your reality. Sure, things are happening all over the world, and they always will be. There's always going to be some sort of torment or destruction or something going on in this world. Like, I think it's just a part of the world and how it was created, and with the laws of the universe and how it all is structured, and how God wanted it to be, or the universe wanted it to be on this planet. Our job is to really be able to see the destruction, the whatever, the terror, whatever it is, and not be affected by it, not allowing it to have any sort of like weight on us to where we are affected by any outside circumstances. And I know that can be really hard for people, because it's like my environment, what I live in, where I live in, has a huge impact on my psyche, on my mind, on my mindset. I feel my space needs to be clean. It needs to be somewhat organized, unless I'm working, of course, when it's chaotic, but it needs to be somewhat organized, have a space and a place for everything. When it's orderly, my mind feels orderly, and that comes from trying to have control in my early days of recovery, and really trying to just really trying to organize my own mind in the beginning. And I've always been this type of a person, but I don't even know where we're going with this, but it's coming from somewhere. But making sure that you are not affected by the outside sources, and making sure that whatever space you do live in, like that it's a space that makes you feel good. Like that was the hugest thing from my recovery teacher a long time ago, was what you have in your space, make it beautiful. Make it to where you want to come home. Make it to where it looks beautiful for you. Like, and I'll never forget that, because her office had these incredible pieces of like, I don't know, just stuff she collected from all over the world. Like she traveled all over the world. I was so blessed to have this woman in my life, or have her in my life. And I just remember looking at all of her beautiful pieces, and when we'd have our one-on-ones, she would tell me about a certain piece or something, you know, if I'd ask. And she's like, always keep beautiful things in your space because it draws up an energy within you. Like when I walk through the doors of my home, my actual home, I feel relief. I just feel in awe and wonder at all of my plants, at all of my crystals, at what I've created, you know, at what I have, how I've rearranged everything, and how good it makes me feel when I walk through those doors. It's like heaven on earth for me. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I know it's a tiny little apartment and it doesn't matter because that space is so powerful for me. It's where I live. It's where I reside. It's got all of my beautiful things in it. And, I think, you know, the disorganization, you know, our outside, however we live, whatever's going on outside of you in your home, if your room's a mess, if you don't make up your bed, if your kitchen is chaotic, if your bathroom's a mess, it is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And that's a good indicator if you take a look around you in your space right now and you see that it's cluttered and it's chaotic and it's dirty and it doesn't feel good to look around, you know there's some internal like discomfort going on inside of you, in your mind, in your heart, that you want to start to declutter. You want to start getting it here. And I would just encourage you, if you are living like that, no judgments. Like, oh my gosh, you guys know somewhat of my past, but I've lived in some really awful places. And I guess I'm coming from that space of like, if you do look around and you do see a lot of chaos in your home, you know, start with one thing. Start with, you know, your bed, your space that you sleep in, you know, make it up in the morning. Start with your bathroom, clean off your counter, clean the toilet, clean the shower, you know, just little things that you can do that make a big difference. Because what we see is like what we create more of. How we live is what we're going to continue to create. And sometimes at my house, you know, I have this crappy plastic apartment shower, but sometimes when I clean it, you know, I think of it being like a beautiful like a stone, you know, like a beautiful like a marble, or what is it, granite? No, what is it that they put in bathrooms? Probably like a granite. But anyways, I like, when I'm wiping it all down, I'm always thinking about how beautiful it's going to be one day when I do have something nice, because if we can't even take care of the things that we do have, how are we going to expect to get more? How are we going to, you know, receive more of that good when we can't even take care of the things that we do have? And I think that's a little old school of me, because I don't think people live like that today. They're just like, they can just get whatever they want. But for me, I'm like, I got to take care of the things that I do have. My car, I want to take care of the things that I do have and take care of the things that I pay for. You know, every month I pay for all this stuff. And so I want to take care of it. It's your home. You want to live in it. You want to live in a nice place that makes you feel clean, that makes you feel good, and makes you feel at peace, you know. Sorry, I don't know where that has come from, but it's just good. It's just a good thing to recognize, you know, where you are in regards to all of that, you know. Aleo alakino ma ade anabaya du rokani ma di cinema terakuru ebrekina ma ade sitpulo te cinema telakoya di cinema telai ala yerekina ma ade kilamaya bujo cinema telai alakina ma ade sitbelai alakina ma ade sitbeloi Gelawi urakinamade, Sinamalai, Olai, Olakunamade, Sutabalai, Olakinamade, just clearing out that root of any and all curses, hexes, spells, anything that's keeping you disconnected from the source, anything that's keeping you disconnected from the universe, anything that's keeping you disconnected from all that you are and all that you be, all that you came to create. Alakoya di esinamon tolo wiata wirakinamo de esinamalai olakari rakinamo de esinamalai patu esinaman delakoya di esinamai alakoya baya di esinamai kirabaya patu esinamai alakira erakinamo de nelamaya patu esinamai alakinamo de sinamalai olakinamo de derakinamo de. I'm going to bring up this sacred fire up into your root right now. It's this very powerful fire that's going to begin to blaze in your root. It's going to begin to dissolve and transmute all of these energies that may be trying to come at you, maybe trying to attack you, maybe trying to stop you in some way. And that's the other quick thing about, bringing things into your home. Make sure that whatever you're bringing into your home, especially if it's like thrifting or something like that, just make sure you cleanse it intentionally in your mind. Cleanse it, brush it off, and like imagine all the energy going off, or sage or Palo Santo, whatever feels right for you. Run it under water. Just renew the energy on the object or the clothes that you get, because you don't know where those clothes came from. You don't know if they came from somebody that had a tragic, death, or if it was from a place that was really low vibrational. Like, you don't know where things come from. And I even do this with new things, like coming from China or coming from, even anywhere in America. I don't really care. No matter where it comes from, before it comes into my house, I make sure that I at least intentionally in my mind, like, clear the energy off, just because it is my home, our home, all of our homes is our sacred and safe space. It should be a place where when you walk in the door, you feel at peace, you feel love, you feel like you are being held by the energies in your home. And if for some reason you are not, it's one of those things where you want to clear out the home, sage the home, and then Palo Santo the home, or whatever. Make you a mixture of water and oils, like whatever feels right for you, however you want to do it. Like, spread that around your home, just intentionally clear, or just open up a window and just intentionally ask your guides to come in and cleanse, clear, neutralize all the energies in the home and release them out of the doorway. Sometimes you don't even have to use any type of smoke or any type of sprays. Sometimes at these houses, I'll just open the door for a little bit and just ask my guides to clear, cleanse the home, and I'll see all of these energies start to pour out of the house. Because we're all conscious beings, and so when I step into somebody else's home, you can feel and pick up on their energy easily. You can pick up on people's thought forms when they're in their own home. That's why I always keep my energy in my home cleansed constantly of the energies, because if I have a bad day, those thought forms are still lingering. That energy is still lingering. If you're doing energy work in your home, you want to make sure you're cleansing and clearing that energy, because that energy will be lingering. Elekia be a day cinema, Terahera Quinema a day, Cinemalai, Oyala Kinema a day, Citipelue, but the cinema, Yera Kinema a day, Citipelai, Ola Kinema a day. We're just letting that fire blaze into your beautiful roots and your sacrals. The Lakinamae, the Isinai, Elakinamae, the Isinamai, Elakinamae, the Elakinama a day, Elakinama a day, coming all the way up into your sacral now, coming into your solar plexus now, coming up into your heart now, just blazing this beautiful fire up into your heart, coming up into your throat, and coming into your pineal gland, coming into the back of your neck, making sure that is cleansed, cleared. Release divinity in all cords, release divinity in all negative energies, frequencies, vibrations. Coming up into your pineal gland, and coming up into your crown, just begin to expand with this sacred energy up and around you and out into your auric field, making sure it is cleansing, clearing, and neutralizing all of this energy. Okay, my beautiful friends, I love you all so much. I will see you next time. Bye.